They're boomers. It isn't the mountains ahead that you have to climb that wear you out. It is the pebble in your shoe, says Muhammad Ali. Life is full of mountains, dreams to chase, goals to conquer, and obstacles to overcome. But what truly holds us back is not the mountain itself, it's something much smaller. Muhammad Ali captured this truth when he said, "It isn't the mountains that you have to climb that wear you out, it's the pebble in your shoe." Now, Muhammad Ali is a prime example of somebody who overcame and conquered tremendous challenges of free speech, of racial injustice, but he continued to fight the good fight. That's just what he was. And actually, when he wanted to change his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, he got all kinds of flack, but he did not care. And that's the way we should be. Think about it for a moment. You're ready to climb the mountain. You're equipped with all the tools and all the energy and determination. But as you take those first steps, there's something small and something insignificant, a pebble in your shoe. You could ignore it, but with every step, it becomes more painful, more distracting, and ultimately, it may stop you in your tracks. So we're going to dive deep into this powerful metaphor today. What are the pebbles in your life? How can they wear you out? And most importantly, how can you overcome them to focus on the mountains that truly matter? The pebble represents the small recurring problems in our lives. The ones we tend to brush aside when they don't seem significant enough to address, but they are the same ones that wake you up at 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning and cause you great angst and worry. They could be bad habits. They could be negative thoughts or unresolved conflicts. But at first, they're manageable. But over time, they sap our energy and derail us from achieving what we're truly capable of. Muhammad Ali was not just a champion in the ring. He was the master of the mental game. He understood that to conquer the big challenges, you must first address the small ones. For Ali, those pebbles might have been distractions or doubts or weaknesses. By addressing them head on, he ensured that nothing could stand in his way. Then there are pebbles that we all carry with us. They may seem insignificant, but over time they build up and can prevent us from reaching our full potential. So we can take pauses through the day to figure out, become conscious, become aware, have a certain healthy dose of self-scrutiny as you go about what it is you need to change, what habits you need to change. Which pebbles do you have to remove in order to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself? How do you identify these pebbles? Like I said, awareness. We're so focused on the great goal ahead that our big aspirations, and we ignore the small irritations that we're carrying with us. Those irritations compound until they become overwhelming. So we need to reflect every day. We need to pause and think about what's going on in my mind right now. It is true that there are 60,000 thoughts that continuously rotate, revolve in our mind. The same thoughts, the same 60,000 thoughts. The best way to quiet the mind is to take those pauses, to meditate, to take a walk, to get up from sitting too long. Do what you are led to do. Follow your inner impulses. And don't forget, getting to the top of that mountain is the goal, but the journey may be the most important part of reaching that mountaintop. So we can think about things that bother or distract us. It could be a recurring thought that could, like I said, goes over and over and over, or a habit that doesn't serve us. Now, habits in the more serious habits, as we reach the holidays, people are drinking alcohol. And alcohol is not only a habit, it's a disease. We need to get help to take care of things like that. We can't do it alone. We cannot do it alone, so we ask for help. The best way is to join a support group of people who are sober and striving for the same goal of recovery that you have. You don't hang out with people who drink copious amounts of alcohol and expect any support from them. Take it from me. I know there's such a thing as an alcoholic culture. People overdrink, then they call each other the next day and talk about how they survived that hangover. So that's not the kind of help I'm talking about. There are habits that do not serve us, and that is one of them. A relationship dynamic that feels draining may be another one. And once you've written all of them down, ask yourself, why do these bother me? What would my life look like without them? It is important to remember that even the small changes, like removing one pebble, can create a ripple effect of positivity in your life. So, you're walking along with that pebble in your shoe. You stop and take the shoe off and shake out the pebble. And another thing that people can do is if there's too much clutter in your workspace, which I have seemingly gotten some control over here, you declutter your workspace and you have a heartfelt conversation with a friend about what it is that you feel like you need to do. As mentioned yesterday, I had breakfast with a friend who had just lost her husband. Now, lots of people don't like to talk about that, and so she might be left pretty much alone in dealing with it. But I am determined to be her friend because I know what it's like to lose somebody that you're close with. We all know what it's like to lose, especially when we get to be our age, what it's like to lose a parent. Most of us don't know what it's like to lose a child. We had a long discussion about that on this channel with John Mears about losing his daughter Angela. But she does talk to him quite regularly. And we all need to realize that there is a communication that's open that we need to take advantage of, not only with those who have passed, but with the people in our lives. They want to help us. So set aside time every day to reflect, to pause, to reflect, to meditate, to get up and walk around, to go outside, to take in nature, which is the most important thing we can do, and hang out with your animals, whatever animal you have, whether it be a bird, a dog, a cat, a turtle. Reflect on all these things, meditate and journal, or sit in silence, and when you give enough time to pause, you can better identify what's truly bothering you. So just like Muhammad Ali trained with one punch at a time, a punching bag, he also was setting boundaries that through that everyday punch, and he was able to take one punch towards his goals every day. So do not underestimate the power of asking for help. That is something that we talk about in our affiliate marketing group with Dean Holland. He has it set up that you can ask for help Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday he has a group where everybody asks for help. And Thursday, and he has a group where we can ask for help. Asking for help is not a weakness, and by not asking for help is how people fail. So by asking for help, you are removing that pebble. Believe me, that is totally it. So we can share our challenges in this way, and we can lighten the load and give new perspective. You don't just ask for help, though. with something that has to do with business. If you feel like you are losing your perspective, you can ask for help in that regard. So as we reframe our challenges through asking for help, through looking at the journey as the most important thing and enjoying the process, we don't see the pebble as a nuisance anymore. We view it as an opportunity to grow. Every small obstacle that we overcome strengthens resilience and the bigger challenges ahead. So when the climber reaches the vista and looks out over the mountains, and when the pebble is gone, the climb does become easier. The mountain may still be steep, but without the constant irritation, you can focus fully on the journey ahead and enjoy it a lot more too. Remember, the pebble may be small, but its impact is profound. Addressing it not only clears your path, but also gives you the clarity and confidence to face the mountains ahead. Take a moment to figure out what your pebbles are. The best time to identify those pebbles are at 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. And then, of course, when it gets to be daylight, you might forget about those things. But they showed up for a reason. And instead of denying them, you take them on straight on. That's what you do. So what is holding you back? No matter how small it seems. And tell me down in the comments what you think. And there will be a video right there that shows up. And so you can take a look at that. And until tomorrow.